I'm Chris Hannum. I'm applying to be an RA.
Hi, I'm Chelsea Erselius and I'm applying to be an SLA.
Hello, I'm Laura Howard and I'm applying to be an SLA.
Hi, I'm Micah Lambert and I'm applying to be an RA.
My name is Kevin Hempy and I'm applying to be an SLA.
Alright. Oh, that was fast. Does everyone have it up? Okay. Uh-oh, I lost it. I'm just gonna go ahead and start reading. Oh, this is the first one. Okay. Quickly review the following list of personal strengths. As a group, choose 4 strengths that would make up the perfect RA or SLA candidate. Discuss as a group to explain why. So the the categories are achiever, activator, adaptability, empathy, ideation. I cannot read that. Oh, ideation, responsibility, strategic, and woo.
Well, first one off the bat is responsibility. I definitely think the RA or SLA needs to be responsible because we are responsible for, the 50 freshmen in our house.
I'd say what stands out to me right off the top would be empathy and just meeting people where they are and being able to have compassion and understand struggles that people are going through.
I'd say adaptability, just because it's important to be able to go with the flow and kind of be flexible in unforeseen circumstances and still react in a way that would, be productive.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie, my email, I lost it. I don't know where it is.
Oh,
Can you help me? I'm gonna, do you want me to go? Okay, I'm actually gonna agree with Kevin. I instantly gravitated toward empathy. I really feel that being there for people and like adapting as well is like really a strong thing for an RA and SLA and can like really help the girls that you were watching over.
Yeah, I agree 100%. Empathy really stands out to me. Adaptability. You're gonna be dealing with a wide variety of individuals in your dorm, whether you're an RA or an SLA, and being able to cater to the needs of your freshmen or your residents is very important, and being able to sympathize with them and be a good listener.
Yeah. Just being able to be approachable really is like the
Yeah.
first thing. Like if someone can talk to you, then you can like it opens doors for so many other things.
Definitely.
All right. Are you guys ready for the next question?
Yeah.
All right. So, as a group, discuss what you believe is the greatest need for the area you wish to serve. Discuss a way that you can meet these needs through programming. Excuse me. Well, one thing that I think is really important about being an SLA that maybe I didn't really experience like my freshman year was just like knowing that your SLA is there to be like on the journey with you. Like they're there to be a leader and to like guide you, but also just to let you know like, hey, like I know you're struggling with this, I'm struggling with this too, and letting them know that you're not higher than them like at any point. It's just coming together and just acknowledging that we're all like children of Christ. And,
I think some programming that kind of teaches freshmen or any age the basic survival skills of college. Or, like for example, my freshman year we had like a whole, like my RAs and SLAs got us all together and walked us step by step through registration every semester and like through applying, like how to apply to IP and how to just like go to work with One Stop and just all the different aspects of being a college freshman that kind of go over your head at first, and so I think it's important to have programming that can help you just kind of just thrive.
As for me, being hoping to be an SLA, I really believe that setting yourself as a good example, as like a Christ-like person, as just like, all right, this is someone that I can see as a solid human being, and maybe someone who I can maybe look
up to and rely on and have as a solid foundation throughout the year, and you can only just build upon that as like grow in the relationship. So
Definitely. For me, that was really important. My RA was just a huge role model in my life, just in terms of not only like socially how to act, but also like how to balance like your spiritual life and your academics. And for me, it was just kind of amazing that he would always be able to do all of his homework and do all of his like Greek life stuff, and then he would always have time for us on top of like leading Bible studies. And it's just one of those things that I would definitely like want to strive to just set this like awesome role model for the freshmen.
I guess for me, applying to be an SLA, the area of need I see as the greatest is just being humbly present. And so what I mean by that is I think it's important for an SLA to be available to the residents as often as it is possible, and in different ways, and understanding that not every person is the same, and not every person connects and grows the same way. And so whether it means grabbing a burger at the calf and talking about something with someone, or whether it means going down to the beach and bodyboarding and having a good time and kind of getting away from stuff for a little while, I think it's important to just be present, be available, and then to be humble and to have a heart of service, a heart for Christ that's manifesting itself through the way you are interacting with these residents. And I think the way that I would see programming coming into that is just really making that understood, is that as an SLA I would potentially be there for people, and then it's following through on that and asking people to do things and asking people to talk, and if they say yes, then great. If they say no, then no, and then that's fine as well. But really pursuing those relationships, and then understanding that each is different and each is valuable.
yeah, to piggyback on that, it's like just an overall like programming is just solid reliability for RA, for SLA, for anyone just living through life. You know, like being a reliable person and being there for like everyone as like much as you can, you know, like humbly present is what you said. Like it's just such an important like part of like being there and being a supportive person, and you know, like really showing people like that you care for them, and you know, like you're there for them.
Yep. I don't know if any of you guys have read this book, but in high school I read a book about like about servant leadership and like using Jesus as an example, in that he led by helping the followers like in his people. And I think that's just like a great model of just like how you want to lead, like not just as like a dictator, but like you want to be there leading them by helping them and building them up.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, and I mean, college is like kind of a scary transition. Like I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
being so nervous and like just like I mean, I like completely bonded with my RA last year. Like she's one of my best friends, and I mean something that just really stood out to me with her was just this continuous love. Like no matter what she was going through, what we were going through, like just the most important thing that she like let us know is like you are so loved by me as an RA, by your community, by your teachers, by like just like constantly letting us know that we are like so valued and cherished, and it was just really, really awesome to like feel that and like almost like build a family with your dorm, with your RAs, and like it's just an awesome experience.
Definitely. That's my favorite thing about the dorms, is that it's not like a giant apartment building, it's houses, and you're living with these people, and like this is your community, and like you just get to know them so well, and it's like you guys are like a family.
Just like Heidelberg. All right, next question. Okay, your RD comes to you and says they have a report of a resident who has been struggling with depression. Your RD asks you as the RA/SLA to reach out and connect with that resident. How would you do this if you do not have a close relationship with this resident?
Right off the bat, I think I would probably invite them to like lunch or dinner or something, just because for me, like meals and like eating is like such a great way to bond and get to know people. And so, like if I didn't know them well, like that would definitely be the first thing. Like take them to the caf and get them a burger and just be like, you know, what's up? And just like explain that you're here like to help if anything's up, and maybe not give up on the first time you're talking to him, like, I've heard that you're struggling with this, but just try to build like a closer relationship with him. And then later you can go in and try to help him out.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with everything you said. I think another thing to think about, and that's important in a situation like that, is you want to develop a genuine trust with the person, and so you don't want to that situation comes out. You don't want to kind of like rush into it and go and start almost prying, and I think that can make it worse. But you definitely want to be available, and you definitely want to reach out to them in whatever way you feel is most appropriate. And then I think it's being willing to open up yourself. That helps people to feel more comfortable. And then I think obviously making it so clear that your conversations are confidential, and that you're there if they want to talk. And I think it's important not to force people to talk, but just to be as available and just as genuine and open as you can to that person.
I totally agree with that, and I think the way that I would approach them is kind of see what their interests are, and kind of try and play to those interests and see if we have anything in common that way, and then just kind of like go through that channel. And if they like surfing, I would say, hey, I've really been wanting to try surfing, and I would go out there with them. If I noticed that they really love reading, I would say, I just read this really good book, like, would you like to read that? And then just try and start a conversation through that. And even if it doesn't lead to the closest relationship, it'll still show them that you care, and that opens the window to say, hey, I care about you, and I've noticed that you're not doing so hot, so let's talk about it. So.
Yeah, this is where, to bring back the first question, empathy really does come into play.
Yeah.
Like, you have to, for me personally, I would want, to put myself in their shoes first, and really try to understand fully, like, alright, what is their situation, what are they going through, like, really kind of get the backstory of what's going on, so I can try to understand and go in with, like a level mind, and, like, just the best example of a person, not even example, just like someone to be there, it's just a lot of times they just need someone, like, need a presence by their side. It's like something as simple as that. So it's a very situational thing. Like, every person is very different, but also, like, if you're empathetic about it all, it really, like, will do you wonders. So it's just a touchy situation. You need to come in very slowly, ease your way in. Understand, like, alright, something I say, like, might very much so affect them, like, it also might really raise them up. So you have to be able to, like, use your empathy to, like, guide your way through that situation.
And I think one more thing I might add is, depression is really complicated, and there can be a lot of causes, but look and see if there's any way you can make the situation better, and if that means, I think college is hard for a lot of freshmen. It's such a transition, and there's so much being offered to them, especially at Pepperdine, with whether it's Greek life or clubs on campus, sports, it's IP, the possibility of IP the next year, and studying abroad. There's a lot of amazing things there, but the crazy thing is there's also a lot of opportunity for disappointment, and sometimes that can be a factor, not always, leading to just being down, discouraged, or even depressed. And I think, so if there's tangible reasons that are apparent of why this is happening, whether it's relationship, friendship, and there's ways that you or I as an SLA or RA can help make their situation better, whether it's inviting them to church and introducing them to some people they may connect a little better with, or just talking through a problem with them, then I think it's important to, like, have a practical approach as well, and try to be a helper.
Yeah. I wish I could just take all of your guys' points and just, like, put them in a ball and just be like, here you go. They're all great points. And I think the thing that, the first thing I think of is just, like, being present, making yourself available, and most importantly, like, being a good listener. Just, like, maybe be a little bit more slower to speak, and just let them know, like, hey, like, I am very intentionally making myself here for you, so that, you can come to me for anything. You can tell me anything, and know that I'm not going to judge you for that. I'm just here for whatever you need. And you know, something that else that we have here at Pepperdine is like a really, really good counseling center too. And if they're up for it, absolutely recommend it to them. You know, I've had friends that have tried it out and said nothing but amazing things about it. So it's really awesome.
So we're at 15 minutes and 23 seconds, so that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Choose.